Michelle is no fan of either USC or Lincoln Riley. She's made a number of comments throughout the chat here. One had to do with Lincoln Riley will achieve. He was a score away from going 4-8 last year at Oklahoma. How will he do with a lesser roster this year?
Michelle, what's going on? USC fires its coach every few years. Like that was true under, Lane Kiffin, Steve Sarkisian. Okay. But then USC stuck it out with Clay Helton for 7 years. So that's not Texas. Texas is the program that cycles through coaches every 2-3 years or so. That's not USC, at least not right now. Now, if you were making that comment in 2015, sure, fine. That would have been fair, but not now.
Lincoln Riley won't do anything of note at USC. Sorry to disappoint you, sir. So anytime I see a comment like that, I want to know when I see terms like accomplishing anything of note or won't be relevant, I see terms like that. Those they can mean anything to anyone. So I would like a little more specificity to that comment, but I expect Lincoln Riley to compete for conference championships and beyond, whether that be in the Pac-12 certainly or even in the Big Ten.
Oh, without question. And with the Pac-12 changing its conference championship game format, I mean, USC should be favored to make the Pac-12 championship game. What actually happens in that game, who knows? But if USC is not in the Pac-12 championship game, then Michelle's going to be happy because that would be a disappointing season for USC. But if USC is in the Pac-12 championship game, then that's pretty much on schedule. Certainly in year one, and obviously USC is going to leave for the Big Ten in 2024. But nevertheless, USC's tenure, Lincoln Riley's tenure this year, this is the year to get him. This is the year to get Lincoln Riley at USC because, and this is a good segue, he's pulling in the 4-star recruits now, and he just got a 4-star offensive lineman from Washington State, Micah Banuelos. So he is now getting that offensive line help, that offensive line depth. He has a full recruiting cycle. He's been able to implement a full recruiting strategy. And, USC fans were beginning to worry, and I could understand why, that, Josh Henson, the offensive line coach, okay, he whiffed on Josh Connerly. He whiffed on Francis Mauigoa. What's going on here? But, hey, it was early in the cycle. And we said in previous episodes this summer here on the Voice of College Football, it's just too early to judge Josh Henson or any individual recruiter on a staff based on the first few months at a school. You're just settling in, you're inheriting a situation from Clay Helton. You're having to deal with all these moving parts in college football. Let's see where we are in December. Let's see where we are in February of 2023. But with this pull of Micah Banuelos, Josh Henson has shown, hey, I have some recruiting chops. I can deliver results. This is a big win on the board for USC, not just in terms of getting a 4-star player, but specifically along the offensive line. And let's make this note for everyone watching here on the Voice of College Football. USC won this battle for Micah Banuelos against Oregon, the team that won the Josh Connerly battle, and against Texas A&M. Where did Josh Henson previously coach? Texas A&M. So he really cashed in his connections in the recruiting industry to be able to leverage USC's position here. So this should definitely, I won't say eliminate, but it should definitely reduce the noise and the concern among USC fans about Josh Henson and his recruiting chops.
Banuelos, interior offensive lineman, guard center is the interpretation there, 6'2.5", 290, state of Washington, 7th rated player in the state, 37th rated offensive tackle in the country, committed this past week.